What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another edition of the Hillside Club. I'm Rob Cardini, joined alongside James Martin III. As always, we hope you guys all had a great weekend. I know that we sure did. We'll get into that. But it's just an exciting time right now for the sports world. You know, a lot of interesting things going on. We got Little League World Series going on right now. The FedEx Cup's in full swing. And, of course, guys, football is creeping up closer and closer, which we will get into that as well. But let's start nowhere else this week with James and I going to Boston this past weekend. Boston, what a city, man. That was my first time ever in Boston, and I had an unbelievable time. It was great to catch up with one of our friends who lives there now, celebrated another friend's birthday. Just a really fun time. Really cool city, clean city, lot to do, different, spots. It's basically like another New York City with how many places you could go to within the actual city. Honestly, wish we were there a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, Boston is basically smaller, I guess you could say, New York.
Yeah.
Right? Like smaller New York, smaller Chicago. The culture is there just like the other two cities. It's got a real strong identity. Like very strong identity, and I mess with that. Like if it wasn't for like Boston sports, like Celtics, Patriots, Bruins, Red Sox, of course. Like, I would love Boston even more. You give me what? You got Seaport, Fenway, Southie, North End, all of it. It's a great place. It's a walkable city, too. Like, you know how Europeans always give Americans basically a little, I guess, banter for not having these walkable cities? You can say Chicago, New York, and Boston are the three most walkable cities, I think, in America. Like, Boston, lovely. They even put the freeways underground this past decade or so. So, just a great time. We had a great time. Sure, we'll talk about it more throughout the episode, but it's just, I don't know. It kind of feels like you're in a museum. I do like that aspect of it. It's so clean.
Yeah, that's what really stood out to me. Like as soon as you enter the freeway, you're looking around the streets, and it almost feels like you're in a movie set because of how clean everything looks. And maybe that's just because we're a little bit more used to going into New York City, where you don't see that at all.
Yeah.
And you just, as soon as you get in New York City, you come out of Grand Central and you're just like, here we go. And there's trash everywhere, and street vendors, I feel like, kind of clog up the streets too a little bit. Not saying that they shouldn't be there, but I think it definitely adds to that. But no, Boston was awesome. It feels like they have a little bit for everybody, like whatever you're interested in and, what you want to do in life. It seems like they have that in Boston. The food was spectacular. I feel like both places that we went to for dinner were really good. Saturday, a few of us got some unbelievable sandwiches from Table Mercado. Those were absolutely banging. And I don't know, it kind of got me thinking, is Boston a top 3 city in the United States? I would say it's definitely top 5. And I haven't been to Chicago, so I feel like it's tough for me to say. But I would definitely say, as of right now, it's top 3 for me, for sure. I would say that New York is New York. You have to put it there just because it has so much to offer. San Francisco was really, really cool for a major city. I would probably put San Francisco up there. And I would put Boston right up there, too.
Yeah, I've never been to San Francisco, so I can't speak on it. I hear Chicago is amazing as well. I do love me some Miami. I do love me some Miami.
Yeah.
New York is obviously going to take the cake with this one. Don't even argue with me. It's not going to be worth your time. I will say, I do really need to give Boston their flowers, because you would think that New York City and how bad the infrastructure is in certain places, right? You would think the excuse could be that, it's old. It's an older city, right? Very populated, older city.
Yeah.
Boston is older than New York. Slightly, but older. So I don't think it's an excuse. I think it's the way the cities are run. We're starting to see a little bit of a change in that, but I'd say it's top 5. I think people wouldn't agree with you because of maybe just the culture. Some people need more of a culture when it comes to their city.
I just feel like they have that, though.
They do, but
each section has their own little culture to it.
They do. I just feel like some people, Boston's got a certain, I guess, identity to it that some people don't like. But I think for me, it's top 5. Definitely top 5. Like you go out west. Like obviously you got LA. I'm not
No,
high
I'm
on
not
LA.
putting LA on that, bro.
San
Like,
Francisco, I hear is great. So like that's a city with a lot of culture,
mhm.
right? Obviously I love Miami, Chicago, like I said. But yeah, I think it's top 5. I would live there today if I had a job offer on the plate
I agree.
and like I'd
Mhm.
go, no questions asked. Really,
Yeah, I mean,
already
honestly.
got friends out there. Like why not?
The
Yep.
only thing holding me back is just Chicago. I feel like I just want to see Chicago because, like you said, I've been to LA. I think it's overrated. Like, yeah, I'm sure like the food scene in LA is like incredible, whatever. But like LA, like, come on, like really, when I feel like when people, I feel like LA just gets credit for everything surrounding it and not actually
It.
the city
Yeah.
itself. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, San Francisco, yeah, was really cool because you get the Bay Area. Chicago got to go out there. Miami, the only reason I wouldn't put Miami is just because how hot it gets, and it's like you don't really experience like the full seasons, and it's like I think there is a little bit of like a stigma around Miami that's like a
I was
little
about to
much
say,
at times, but
yeah.
like Boston, it's like you don't really get that.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me, I need the 4 seasons. Right,
Yeah.
I need 4 different seasons. Miami's great, gets too hot, and it's hot basically year round. That's the one thing. And I think the other knock that Boston might have is that it's just a little bit smaller than cities like New York and Chicago. Which for me, I love a big city.
Mhm.
And then obviously the nightlife is in New York or Miami. And for some people that may be a big thing. For others, it may not be. You know, like you in New York, you can literally find any single thing to do. And I think that might be their biggest knock. But for some people, that's not a big. So
Yeah,
it's
I
top
don't know.
5.
New York, yeah, it's tough to put anything over New York just because of
All right,
just what's there.
let me ask you this. All right, so forget where you'd want to live, right? If somebody from Europe said, "Give me the 5 American cities I have to experience," is Boston making your 5? And what are the other 4?
It's tough. I mean, like, probably, dude. I don't know. When people came from the World Cup, when they went to Boston, it seemed like they had an
I was there during the World Cup. It was awesome.
unbelievable time in Boston. It's tough to like say like, oh, you have to go to Boston just because like there's different vibes that you could probably get in other cities that might beat out Boston. But like for overall like quality of a trip, I would say Boston for sure makes the top 5 because Boston obviously has a ton of history.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of different things that you can do there. And there's different culture and it's a super nice city. And it's like,
Yeah.
with how clean it is, it's almost more inviting than in New York. It definitely is more inviting. It's not as crowded. You don't feel like everybody wants to, just like punch you on the side of the street. Like New York, just like everybody seems angry all the time. But I don't know. I mean, New York, you know how I feel about New York. You got to let the mob run it again, and then it'll clean itself up. No problem. That's how I feel. But I mean, yeah, New York, people have to go there. Boston, I would say that. People are going to say LA just because it's LA. If people are going out west, I would say go to San Francisco before you go to Los Angeles. And then probably Chicago.
So then you got those cities like New Orleans that some people are like, oh, you
Nah,
gotta experience that. Or
no.
DC, because it's the capital. But those 2 cities, I don't know. But yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
So,
do agree.
but yeah, no, definitely just big on Boston now. I'll be finding my way back there. Hopefully sooner than later. Just a really good time. But nonetheless, let's get back into sports. Let's get into the BMW Championship. Like I said, FedEx Cup, it's in full swing. And the BMW Championship was an unbelievable golf tournament. Wyndham Clark gets the win, holds off Rory and others. And it's kind of just, I mean, it's like an obvious statement to say, but when you have such a big lead after, the first 3 rounds of golf, you don't have to play your best golf on a Sunday because of the lead that you've already built up, and you still might get away with it and win. And that's exactly what Wyndham Clark did. He definitely didn't play his best golf. He was 2 over on the front. Things started to look really shaky. At one point, then he bogeys 10. So it's like he's 3 over for the day. Rory's tied for him. Rory's going to maybe take the lead. And then, Wyndham settles down towards the end of the round and gets the win. Maybe one of the most unlikable top 3 of the leaderboard I've seen in a while. I don't think like majority of golf fans wanted anybody to win this golf tournament. A lot of people hate Wyndham Clark. A lot of people hate Rory. A lot of people hate Patrick Cantlay, who ends up finishing second. So people probably didn't know who to root for at the end of this thing, other than probably just rooting for a playoff.
I was gonna say though, there is something to be said about winning when you don't have your best stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
especially in golf, because he basically blew that 5-shot lead. Like he did. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're in the car. I'm looking at the leaderboard, and I'm asking you about the leaderboard. But like when you don't have your best stuff, and you say he basically said, "All right, you know what? Let's handle this." And then enough is said, and then he birdied the last hole, but our last three. The whole Rory 17th hole disaster. I didn't even get to see it myself, but shout out to Wyndham Clark for locking in when it mattered most, those last 3 holes.
No, the Rory collapse on 17 was pretty just wild. I mean, to go from, he just misses the fairway, just a bad second shot. You can see the rough kind of just grabs his club. Then he ends up with a long wedge bunker shot, pulls that one too. Kind of knew it was over from there. But yeah, Wyndham, he's just, I know people are starting to like him again a little bit more, but some of the stuff he does is just so questionable. Like the clip's going viral of him just grounding his club 9 times before hitting the ball on, I forget which hole it was, but he grounded his club 9 times before hitting the ball out of the rough. It's like he definitely improved his lie. I don't know how he wasn't assessed a penalty for it. Grounding club, step off, grounding the club. I don't know. And he does that, and everybody already, critiques him for the way he possibly, kind of trenches his putts with how many times he taps down his putter on the green around the cup, which I just feel like with the force he does it, he probably is impacting his putts a little bit, but maybe that's just me being, bad at golf, and we'll see. But
this whole Scottie thing, though.
Yeah, no, Scottie. Yeah, right at his tournament, say he played through hand, foot, and mouth. Said it hurt to grip the club this week, and he still went out. And I think he ended up at 8 or 7 under.
Bro, walking 72 holes with hand, foot, and mouth disease. Do you know? I don't even want to walk on a regular day when I'm healthy and it's hot out. Let alone, Jesus, man. Yeah, he's. Nah, man, it's gonna be popcorn this weekend. It is going to be popcorn. I can't wait, man. And he's obviously entering East Lake, is where they're at, right?
Yeah,
he's entering East Lake number 1 in FedEx Cup standing. So we are gonna see a great finish, man.
Yeah, if he doesn't get this, I feel like he used the term. I feel like he was flowing last week, and. We said it on here. It's like it wouldn't be surprising if he just went out and won the next 3 tournaments to end off the season after not being able to truly get a lot of wins this year. But, hand, foot, and mouth battles through it. Yeah, that's absurd. To walk and grip a club and deal with that is just crazy. But I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see who ends up winning the FedEx Cup. A lot of people have opinions on the FedEx Cup that, you play all year long for all these points, and then, the final event doesn't really matter because you could be 30th, and then if you win the FedEx Cup. So, should it be 2 different things where that guy gets a trophy, but the FedEx Cup winner is still based off the most points? I don't know. It's tough to really say. I see both sides of the argument, but nonetheless, we'll see what happens. I think Scottie's going to bring it home.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was golf. Football's still going on, guys. We're getting closer and closer and closer. Big news of the day was that the Browns decided to go with Deshaun Watson over Shadur for the starting quarterback position. You guys see what I'm wearing. The Browns are a complete dumpster fire. They always will be, always have been since I've been around. That organization has no hope. They never will. Just a bottom of the barrel franchise, and I'm expecting barely 3 wins from them this season, and another last place finish in the AFC North.
I wish we could just skip over this because I'm tired we spoke about it last week where I said I'm tired of all of these analysts and reporters just tweeting out breaking news as if something is so urgent. I'm actually tired of getting Cleveland Browns notification, anything regarding that organization. Like you said, never a team talked about so much that has done absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing for decades. I'm over it. I'm so over it. But you know what I feel like? I feel like we're going to be one ugly September from Cleveland or just one ugly September game from Deshaun from being in a complete quarterback circus because you look at the stats. It's not like Deshaun blew Shedeur out the water or anything, but
He
like
didn't.
the stats are not even special from either. So I don't know. It's like, I mean, what he's played 9 games in the last 4 years is a stat I saw from Deshaun. It's like, you know,
Yeah, and then he had a terrible press conference and talking about the
the fans
booze,
too,
and
right?
it's
Yeah.
not about his on the field play, which he can feel that way, but his on the field play hasn't been good anyway. So it's not like you can really say that's the fans' reason.
I think the biggest question is how short will his leash be? Because just especially with the way football goes, unless he comes out here and he has some miraculous season, you just know that at some point the Browns will be playing another quarterback to start the game, right? Or it might be 2 or 3. It's what it is with this franchise. You look at the list of how many quarterbacks they've had in the last 2 decades. It's a joke. It's a joke. So I really wish we could just not talk about it, but it's everywhere you look in the media. So.
Well, that's partially because it's Shedeur Sanders too, but and just the name.
Yeah, I guess.
But I don't think he's the future anyway, so I'm sure they'll be drafting another guy next year, and they'll be
ruining another guy.
They'll be in prime position to do it. I already saw. It was funny enough. I saw a tweet about Cleveland fans. They tweeted a picture of Arch, and we're still in preseason football, which is absurd. I couldn't imagine having that level of expectations that low.
People are high on Arch too.
Someone commented how that they didn't let Eli go to what was the team?
The Chargers. Yeah.
The Chargers.
Yeah.
Was it?
And then Phillip Rivers ended up going.
And then they were like, "There's no way they'd let Arch go to."
They literally ruined his career.
The Browns.
The Browns have notoriously ruined quarterbacks' careers for years and years ago. And also don't know how to draft. So, matter of fact, I can see it now. They draft Arch. They market him to be like the quarterback of the future, and then they ruin his career. Then he goes somewhere else, almost like a Sam Darnold situation, and he plays so much better. I can see it already. I can see it already.
We'll see about that. But
the Ashton Jeanty thing.
He escaped it.
That's tough.
The sprained ankle.
Yep.
I mean, the way the tweets were coming out, I thought it was torn Achilles or torn ACL.
Can't put weight on it.
Yeah.
This again, back to what I was saying.
The prayer circle.
Back to what I'm saying about like the outlets just dragging things out. Like they just drag any sort of narrative and story out. Sometimes it's just like, please. But yeah, Jeanty, he's gonna be up there on a lot of people's fantasy boards though.
Yeah, this is why you wait to draft too. I mean, because of stuff like this. Like, God forbid it was worse than it was, and you get this, week 2 of preseason, screws a lot of people over. Yeah. But fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, he had, what do you have? 1,300 yards from scrimmage and 10 touchdowns behind an O-line that wasn't last year. So he's gonna be a big piece moving forward.
Yeah, with him, my worry about Ashton Jeanty is that I just hope that the Raiders get good enough for him to actually matter before it's, with how running backs are and how quick they can decline in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's not a thing where it's like, really takes them another 3, 4, 5 years to be like true contenders, because you figure, Mendoza, developing NFL guy, you're praying he is the guy there. And then it's like, then you got to make sure the team around him is truly a contending team. By the time Genty's up with his rookie contract, what does the team look like? I just hope that they get it together, because if the team around him's solid, he's going to be like immediate impact. Nonetheless, let's talk about our teams though. Steelers, Giants, both got another preseason game under their belt. James,
we switched win and L.
Yeah.
This past week. Much happier preseason conversation here on this side, at least. Giants smoked Miami 26-3. I mean, the reports you heard, and not even from the Giants side of things, but the reports you heard from Miami reporters all week is that the Giants absolutely dominated the Dolphins in both practices. They just looked like the better team in every single aspect, every single position group, which is good to hear, but at the same time, it's the Dolphins. You don't know what you're going to get out of them, and they may have some pieces here and there, but that's not a team that you'll see finishing in the top half of the league.
They have 2 wins.
Yeah. Malik Neighbors, his progression back to full contact. I can't wait, man. I really want to see what's going to happen with the receiver group. Darius Slayton, for the first time, I saw something about him this week. I mean, he's one of the top 3 paid players on the roster. You would think you'd see more news about him. Tyrone Tracy, I don't know where his position lies with that running back committee. You know, they just picked up Najee Harris.
They got a lot of guys in that room, man.
Of guys. They got Devin Singletary, Eric Gray, like obviously Cam Scadaboo coming back from injury, and it looks like it's going to be Cam Scadaboo's backfield. They gave Tracy, you know, a good burn in the second preseason game, and then he fumbled. Never want to see that. And it wasn't just like it was a contact fumble. He literally lost the ball in the red zone on the 5-yard line. Not great. Not great.
I feel like Tracy's the best back, though.
I do, too.
I feel like
I do.
Like
The
when you
thing is,
actually watch him, I feel like he's their best back.
You remember it when we were
In Pittsburgh.
Yeah. He had himself a hell of a game. The
Mhm.
thing is, he also played receiver in college. And he's kind of got that, you know, stocky receiver build as well. So I do want to see him be very successful. You know, like you like to see your guys that you drafted do well.
Yeah.
And Scadaboo's another one. But hey, if Najee Harris is going to block and he's going to be better than he was last year on the Chargers before he blew his Achilles out, then I'm all for it. I'm all for putting the best guys out there at the end of the day. But yes, eye test, it looks like Tracy should be the best running back.
Mhm.
But you know, that's never enough in football because there's so many aspects to the game. But am I crazy to think that this might be an actual pretty damn fun season to watch from a Giants fan perspective? Because it's been 5 or 6 years of just misery, right? Will we be able to actually watch these games and have a little bit of hope for the future? Because the past 5 to 8 years have been awful. I know John Harbaugh might not be the answer for the future, but he may change something. And I said it before, I think John Harbaugh will be, in a sense, the Knicks version of Tom Thibodeau in bringing this team back to being somewhat serious. And it's been a while. So last thing I got to say, Arvell Reese is generating some buzz. And I went back and watched every single snap. The guy, he knows his assignment. We haven't had a linebacker like that since, man, I can't even think right now. I can't even think. Like, he knows his assignment. He's quick. He reacts so quick off the snap in any motion. It's lovely. Lovely to see. And I can't wait for this season to start.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to get too high on them, but I just think that it'll be way more fun to watch the New York Football Giants this year than it has been in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'll answer the question for you. It's for sure going to be a better season to watch. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. I really do think that the Giants are going to be a solid football team this year.
Yeah.
I think last year they showed a lot of signs of like being on the verge of it. And they just wanted, you know, new coach in the building. And like you said, I think that John Harbaugh brings a level of seriousness that they just haven't had.
Yeah.
I don't even think Dable really was the problem. I think Joe Sheen's a bigger problem. But nonetheless, he's put together a roster that should be competitive with some good coaching. So I think Harbaugh brings a level of seriousness that should have them in every single game. I mean, I know their schedule is pretty tough to start, right?
I mean, they were in every single game last year for them.
Right. Well, I mean, they play the Cowboys week 1. I think that should be a win. I really do. At home, like, I don't really trust the Cowboys. I don't. But then again, like, this is, you know, a new era for the Giants, whereas like the Cowboys, second-year coach, we know, dynamic offense. So this can be a big test for the Giants' defense.
Right? You see, all right, obviously the Rams are tough, right? But then you see
Rams,
Titans,
Cardinals, Commanders,
Saints.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could be looking at like 4-2 right off the rip.
If what we're seeing and what we're hearing is anywhere close to how they perform, they could be close to above 500 come week 6, week 7. So
yeah, I think they should be. I really do. I think the defense was improved. And like you said, new coach, I don't know. I think it's going to be fun to see. At this point, it might just be how much does Dart get like develop?
Yeah.
What does his sophomore year look like? Are we going to get a slump? Are we going to get like more development? Are we going to be a little more careful when we're running? Like, are we going to get that? Like,
come October, and you know the pod is still going on, and we're doing videos, right? And let's say what the narratives are. Is it going to be, Matt Nagy is the reason for Dart's, I guess, recession or whatnot. So I'm just setting up the narrative now because you know it's gonna happen. If it happens, that's what it'll be first. Oh, it's Matt Nagy. Oh, why the Giants hired Matt Nagy? I can hear it now.
oh, I'm sure.
Right? You can hear it now. But let's hear about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah,
Jets
Steelers
game.
got shut out by the Jets. Wasn't a pretty preseason game by any means. Watching it, we were watching a little bit when we were out at the bar Friday, but I don't know. I mean, it's preseason. I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, sure. When your two young quarterbacks play, you're kind of hoping that they can put up some points for their team. But it just didn't seem like anything was going right for the Steelers this past week. For me, in my opinion, it was another week of Drew Allar showing why he has so much potential and why you take a third round pick, and just give him a chance. Because I mean, the guy's stat line wasn't pretty, but if there's ever a time where you're not just looking at the stat line, it's preseason football. And a lot of drops that would have gone for a lot of yards, and the stat line would have looked a lot better. And he's just showing potential. He's making throws that unfortunately Will Howard can't make. And so when you're looking at your future quarterback, you want to see that stuff. I mean, he had two throws that one of them was off his back foot, like a 20-yard back shoulder ball that he just delivered a dot. And then the other one, he's kind of on the run, moving left. Honestly, looked like a literal Aaron Rodgers throw down the sideline that went for like 38 yards. Beautiful ball. Like, that's the stuff you're looking for. That was what I said we were looking for, out of Drew. Like, we saw the routine last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess now. And this week we saw a little bit more, improv and making some big time throws. So that's what I'm excited about. Drew looked pretty good. But when it really comes to Steelers, I actually wanted to bring up how, you talk a lot about how the New York media is crazy, but the Pittsburgh sports media is probably some of the worst in sports. And if you're a Pittsburgh sports fan, a native, this.
In terms of what, though? Like
everything. They are awful. They are just brutal. They ask the worst questions. They want to catch players in every which way they can. It's like none of them has a legitimate source with any of these teams. It's like you can't trust anything you see on from Steelers reporters. The most recent example for me was that someone was tweeting about how Derek Harmon, who was their first round pick this year, has had a lack of development. We have not even hit the regular season in this guy's second year, and we're already saying that there's a lack of development, and that Keanu Benton, who's been in the league for, I think, going on his fourth year and just got a new contract, has shown a lot of strides. I mean, what kind of stupid tweet, article, whatever it was, is that? I mean, this is literally, again, if you are a Pittsburgh sports fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One of the biggest names in Pittsburgh sports, literally known for just wrong takes and bad reports, Andrew Filipponi. I don't care. I'll name him. Everyone knows it.
Oh.
All the guy does, he tweets, and then everybody assumes the opposite is going to happen. I mean, this was a guy that literally called, he said Pickett to Pickens was the next Montana to Rice. So that's all you need to know. Shout Anch, who will be listening to this episode, will know exactly what I'm talking about. You just can't trust anything. Some of the worst media in sports, without a doubt. But maybe everybody feels this way about their own market. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have I guess you could say inaccurate reporting. I just think what the thing in New York is, they just like to blow everything out of proportion. They blow everything out of proportion.
Yeah.
7 guys are trying to jump onto a story and get the headline. And sometimes they get so caught up in being the first one to report something that it's just not accurate information sometimes, in a sense of it's just blown up. But maybe we need to take a detox from media.
I don't know. Yeah.
And just watch with our own eyes, because I feel like we're smart enough. I feel like we can understand what's going on, because the thing is, you know, these guys are at training camp. They're at the facility every single day. They see everything we don't see. So you listen, but I guess, moving forward, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. It's unbelievable, the media.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, yeah, I get it. New York media is very quick. They're to everything. They want to get that story out, like you said, very hypercritical. But it's I'm talking about literally just true journalistic reporters in Pittsburgh. It's they never have a read on the team. It's sources say this is going to happen. Nothing ever happens. We'll see. But last thing I wanted to bring up, football-wise, news-wise, the tight end from Ole Miss who's on the Browns.
Daquan Wright.
has the agreement to go back now play for LSU under Lane Kiffin. And it's really just embarrassing that this is where college sports is at. Like, this is arguably one of the most embarrassing things in the history of sports. People are going to bring up, other stuff and bigger problems. But like, when you really think about this, that the state of college sports has gotten this bad that there's, 24, 25-year-olds playing in the NFL and college football and college basketball, and guys are going to play for an NFL team, $20,000 signing bonus, and then gets to go play in college again. What are we doing?
Yeah,
I mean,
I was going to say, at what point do college sports do they understand what they're supposed to be anymore? And it's not like I'm not even trying to be anti-player, because like, if me and Rob were in that situation and we were given the opportunity to do so, of course you would, right? No, of course you would. But like the rules allow it. Why wouldn't Wright do it? It's more of, where is the governance? It's like they make rules on the simplest things, but there's something so huge like this. A player can go through a whole training camp in the NFL. Like, that is a huge thing in the sense of development. You want to talk about development? Going through training camp in the NFL is huge, right? Just the weight training, the dietitian, everything. It's like, and then you get to go back to college. You know how insane that is?
It's absurd. It's absurd.
Back
and like
to
you said,
undergrad.
You can't blame the players. You can't blame the teams, right? Why? Like Ryan Day said, it's like, I don't agree with it, but if it's going to help Ohio State and I have the ability to do it, why not do it, right? I saw Dan Lanning kind of say, well, once you make the decision to go pro, like, that's it. Like, you've made that decision, which, again, he's right. But if they're allowing it, you can't blame the player or the teams. It's just like you said, somebody has to step in. And the reality, it's like, why should I feel as a 23-year-old, just out of college, that the two of us could run the NCAA better than whatever the hell they got going on right now? That's not normal. Like, that is not normal. And I think Barstool Big Cat had a great point that a lot of people don't really seem to be bringing up, is that think about the kids that are juniors, that are about to be seniors, or sophomores about to be juniors, and they think that it was about to be their time to shine and show off their capabilities and show an NFL team like, hey, I'm coming. And now some guy's coming back and taking his spot away.
After also, especially with this climate right now, with the transfer portal and NIL and all of that, and being able to sign to a team for a certain amount of money, X amount of money.
Terrible.
Right? These guys go a whole offseason weighing all these different options, right? Everybody's in the transfer portal. It's like 80% of rosters going in the transfer portal after the season. And then, like you said, you think it's your turn. You think you picked the right school to go to, and then some guy comes back from an NFL training camp and being on an NFL roster? Like, that's insane. It's unbelievable, man.
So disgusting. It's not fair to them in that sense. It's also just not fair to the other kids. Like, why should a 19-year-old kid have to go up against a 24-year-old just because the rules suck in the sport?
But your point about like us feeling like we could run college football playoff or NCAA football better than they are right now is a bigger problem in college football. These last 5 years or so, yes, 100%. But these last 5 years or so in college football have just been so controversial, and all the new rules, and even the whole Notre Dame thing and the college football playoff. How many games? How many teams are? It's like they try their hardest to make the simplest decisions harder and harder and harder. And then when it's time to make a simple decision, they refuse to do so, and they push it back. And it's like,
I don't know, man. Someone's got to get in there.
Why is state government getting involved? It should just be again, we need a commissioner. It's that simple. They need a commissioner. And all of this needs to be settled out.
I think the state government has to get involved just because of the payment of the players. I think that's why. But I know what you're saying in the sense of like, you need one guy to get in there, become the commissioner, a guy that actually understands the landscape, not somebody who, was, the CEO of a Fortune 500 company who doesn't understand how sports works, which seems is how every decision is made, because everything's just about the next dollar, right? And, how can we make more money?
Squeeze
and
let's
worry about promotions and gambling instead of actually worrying about the guys on the field and what's best for them. That's what it seems like. So I don't know. They should probably just offer Nick Saban a blank check and just tell him, write the number and we'll figure it out. Yep. Because if anyone understands college football, it's Nick Saban. Yeah. So that's my vote. But
Yeah, let's
You want to do another
move it on.
little King of the Hill?
NFL King of the Hill. We know we were talking about Ashton Jeanty a little bit, so let's talk about the running backs this week. NFL King of the Hill. This time I'll be asking you.
All right, let's
and
do it.
We are going to start off with Jaylen Warren versus Chase Brown.
People are going to say I'm biased because I got the Steelers shirt on, but I'm taking Jaylen Warren. Dude's an absolute dog. I'm not saying that Chase Brown isn't, but, I mean, the stuff that Jaylen Warren can do with the ball in his hand after contact is truly absurd. So give me Jaylen Warren.
All right, Jaylen Warren versus Kenneth Walker, third.
You know, when I do this list, I'm going to assume, like, everybody's healthy, at their peak, at their prime. Who would I want? I am going to give the nod to Kenneth Walker. He's a beast.
Okay, Kenneth Walker or Kyren Williams?
Kenneth Walker.
Kyren Williams or Breece Hall?
Oh, no, Kenneth Walker. Like, Kenneth Walker.
Oh, you said Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
All right, Kenneth Walker or Breece Hall?
Kenneth Walker.
Okay, Kenneth Walker or Josh Jacobs?
That's tough. Josh Jacobs is just like Mr. Consistent, I feel. He's a dog, but I feel like Walker's a little more explosive. Give me Walker.
Okay, Kenneth Walker or Ashton Jeanty?
That's tough, too, because Jeanty. Give me Kenneth Walker.
Ooh. Give me Kenneth Walker or Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley?
Oh, man. That is so tough. You're talking about Derrick Henry's an all-time running back.
Yeah. Or we're talking about
but
I
would who would I want? Like, I think I'm taking Saquon.
Saquon Barkley or Devon Achane?
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon or James Cook?
James Cook. I mean, luckily not anymore. Was one of the most underrated running backs in the league for a little while, but give me Saquon.
Saquon or Jonathan Taylor?
Saquon.
Okay. Saquon or Christian McCaffrey?
Oh my gosh, yo, this is tough with running backs. Give me Saquon.
Saquon or Bijan Robinson?
God, man. I got to go Bijan. Bijan makes everything look effortless, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous. The stuff that he does and the change of direction and, you know, a little bit younger than Saquon. I think, yeah, give me Bijan.
All right. And the one I think we all were expecting, Bijan Robinson or Jahmyr Gibbs?
Give me Bijan, man. I just feel like he got a little more size on Jahmyr and just a little bit better through contact. I mean, Jahmyr's speed is ridiculous. You see that man get to the edge, goodbye. So does Bijan, but yeah, no, give me Bijan. I think he's the best running back in the league.
I agree.
Potential's through the roof. Unfortunately, he's on another stinker of a team.
I was about to say, you think that's biased though? Wasn't Bijan your man last year in fantasy?
Yeah, he was.
He was.
That's okay. That just means I was watching him a little bit more closely. That's all.
Yep.
Listen, Jahmyr's a great player, but Bijan's
Bijan's
out of this
doing
world.
That behind a weaker O-line too.
I mean, he was the best running back prospect since Saquon.
Yeah.
And then now, I mean, Jeremiah Love, obviously a big one. Well, I probably should have put him on this list, but I don't know. Bijan, he's different, man. The way he just makes things look effortless.
And he gets that vertical speed too. That's hard to get. Like like you said, that's some Saquon stuff there.
Yeah.
Let's move it on though. A lot of NFL talk. I'm sure there'll be more to come.
Mm-hmm.
But MLB quick hits. Not a lot from me when it comes to MLB, but you see the shirt. Obviously, you know we're big Yankee fans.
Mm-hmm.
Giancarlo Stanton hurt again and potentially out for the season. Has he played his last game in the MLB?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And, you know, honestly, I don't want to say I don't care because I do care. I want Giancarlo Stanton to come back. I really do. People can never make me hate Giancarlo Stanton.
Absolutely
I'm going to love that guy
Absolutely
forever. With how clutch he was for the Yankees when it mattered the most, whether it be a big time regular season game, it felt like, or the playoffs, the 2024 playoff run from Giancarlo Stanton, they could never make me hate him. They just can't. Some fans will get mad, and I feel like older Yankees fans just spring up the contract and how he didn't play enough and he was always hurt and it's a terrible this, that. It's like, I'm sorry. You're not going to make me hate him. If you should hate anybody, hate the front office because they're the ones that gave him the deal. And also, they're the ones that have put it in not really in our heads. If you have a brain, you know it's not reality, but that there was this expectation that, you know, this injury-riddled guy was going to come back and save the offense. And this happened every year. Every year he got hurt. We know it. We know it's the case. But it's like, so it shouldn't be the expectation that we're going to get him back. We're going to get him back. Like, no, you have to build the team better. You can't expect the injury-riddled guy to be available for 162 games when you know that's not going to happen. But no, the 2024 playoff run alone from Giancarlo Stanton, he's a Yankee legend. Like, I know maybe someone say that's, bar set low now. For my generation, Yankee legend. I don't know. That was one of the best playoff runs I think I've ever seen.
I agree.
So.
And first of all, we talked about it, when they did the Old Timers Day and there was nobody there. And it's like our generation, those legends that, came years before, they don't do it a lot for people our age, Yankee fans our age.
Yeah,
Giancarlo Stanton is one of them that does it for us in a sense. If he showed up time and time again in such big moments, there's a reason why we got Judge and Stanton here on the set, right?
Yep.
Those are our legends. Like, it's different. It's so different for us. And it's, I don't know, man. It sucks to see it happen. But at my first Yankee jersey, as I got older and I got my own jersey, it was a Stanton jersey. Like, come on. That's my guy, Big G.
But, yeah, no, it is crazy that he can't stay healthy, though. It's actually absurd. Like, I don't know. I mean, this guy can be able to walk when he's done playing sports. Like, that's how bad it gets.
Do you remember how he got hurt, though? Like, this year? He was rounding third base just like on a normal hop.
The other calf was, again, just running bases, and he tweaked the other calf. So, I don't know. I feel bad because that there's probably no one else that wants to be out there more than him. So, I don't know. Tough situation. Only other thing with baseball I kind of wanted to talk about was I feel like the big debate right now is who should win MVP between PCA and Ohtani, Pete Crow Armstrong. And my vote is for PCA for sure.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of the Ohtani hype. It is like kind of just me being a hater to some degree of the Dodgers, but Ohtani hasn't pitched in what feels like forever. I'm pretty sure I saw a tweet about it. Like, it's been quite a while. No one ever brings that up, but yes, the average guy, they'll still talk about him like he's, still, pitching every 5 days and this and that. I just feel like what Pete Crow Armstrong's doing for the Cubs. I'm not saying the Cubs have a bad, roster outside of him. They don't. They have a really good team, but Dodgers are a powerhouse. Like, they've, the roster's insane. Like, what PCA is doing for the Cubs, that's an MVP type year. So, you take Ohtani off the Dodgers, are they really going to fall off a cliff? Nah, I don't think so. You take PCA off the Cubs,
there's a better chance.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely
There's
a better chance. I'm not going to say they fall off a cliff either, but I think the team recedes a little bit more. So my vote is for PCA without a doubt.
I will say that the game that they have in Williamsport, I think is such a cool touch, for Little League World Series, just having all those guys out there. What was it, Braves, Brewers? Yesterday. They called it the MLB Little League Classic. Pretty sick. Like, I think it's one of those things in sports where, all these leagues, they have like their big weekends or their big games or they're always trying to market something. I think that's one of them that's a little better. I think it's at the Bowman Field in Williamsport. I mean, if anybody's ever been out there before, like there's a lot of history when it comes to the Little League World Series. And then to have the big leaguers there, that can make somebody's whole year. So I shout out to the MLB for doing that and really, being able to bring so many different people and young athletes from so many different walks of life to one corner of Pennsylvania in America. I think it's awesome. But we can move it on, though, if you want to move it on to our favorite segment of the day. It's our About It, Not About It. Rob, take us off.
Yeah, my About of the Week is going to be none other than America's favorite golfer, Patrick Cantlay. Needed a good week this week at the BMW to stay alive in the FedEx Cup and move on to East Lake. And he delivered. He moved up 24 spots this week in FedEx Cup rankings, which is obviously a massive leap. Got really, really frisky at the end of his round. Looked like he was in good position for a majority of the round, just floating right there at like 29, 30 bubble. Then he goes and doubles 11 on the back nine, doubles just regular bogey on 15 And then down those last 3 holes, he comes out with some unbelievable iron play and has 3 straight birdies to end his round. Gives him a sole second finish and moves up, 24 spots in the FedEx Cup. I mean, we talk about it, not about it. Like that's the kind of performance that warrants getting you on this segment. That is literally it. Back against the wall, need to play well to move on. You end your round with 3 straight birdies, solo second, and you move on to next week. I don't know what it is about Patrick Cantlay. It seems that, like, weirdly, when the pressure's on, he plays better, but at the same time, it's like he doesn't play well enough when the pressure's on to actually win the tournament. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like he does this. Like FedEx Cup, he usually plays pretty well. We obviously know he's kind of known as one of those guys that plays really well in the Ryder Cup when he's like solo. But when it's actually crunch time in a, PGA Tour tournament, doesn't ever get it done for whatever reason. So I don't know, kind of weird, but nonetheless, Patrick Cantlay, let's go win it in East Lake, buddy. Shout out Joey LaCava. James, you're but not about it of the week.
Connecticut's very own.
Yep.
Don't forget. Yeah, I got an easy one. Like you said, we were in Boston this past weekend. We got to go dinner to the famous Cactus Club Cafe. Those frozen peach bellinis, easy one. Easy one for me. I don't care if it's the least masculine drink ever created. I don't want to hear it. It's frozen. It's peach. It's 90 degrees outside. Give me 5 of them. I mean, really, give me peach bellinis in 5, really. There's a lot of other frozen drinks out there. There are.
Yeah.
There are.
We might have to clip the way you threw you threw your wrist on that. You said, I don't care.
No, but like seriously, bro. Like you there's a lot of different like frozen drinks out there.
Like a frozen marg.
Daiquiri, a marg, whatever it is. Like those bellinis. Drake, we understand. We understand.
Yeah, no, I mean,
you got the OVO shirt on. He knows. Come on now.
No, they did hit. They were very, very well made. Very well made. And like, they weren't overly sweet, but they were just sweet enough that you didn't taste the thing while drinking them. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Yeah. I think actually, I'm not going to say how many we had at dinner that night, but
let's get on
we can just move on to not about it of the week.
Not about it of the week.
Speaking of fruity, that's actually a great segue in my not about the week. These little league bats nowadays, talk about fruity. I mean, guys, we have to do better.
Why comes the old grumpy man and Rob?
Why is everything neon? Like, we have the game right now on in the background. Everything is neon. Neon pink, blue, green, this, that. I mean, these kids look like a 4-year-old drew a highlighter over everything and said, hey, that's what we're going to do now. Like, bring back the orange Mako. Bring back the cats, the iconic bats. Like, what do we need all these colors for? It looks like there's a crayon on my screen, and it almost makes me feel like this. People are going to say this is crazy. When these kids don't get a hit, I don't feel bad because of how ugly the bats are.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't care, bro. The bats are so ugly. It actually looks insane. Like, what is, like, even the helmets, like, why is everything neon? Like,
listen.
What is
that
good
could
with
be
this?
partially Adidas, but like we talked about before, it's Gen Alpha. You know that meme? If this gets clipped and we turn this into a short form video, if this gets clipped, people will comment like, the old angry man yelling for no reason, yelling at the TV, because that's what you sound like. But maybe you just don't understand the Gen Alpha drip,
Yeah,
people
drip. It's not drip.
But hey, millennials probably didn't understand our drip, right? They probably didn't understand.
There is nothing about that's drip.
To
all right?
You don't know. I don't like it.
Okay.
But maybe that's their thing. They like the color. You see it not just in baseball too. You see it in all sports. You see it in. I mean, like look at LaMelo Ball shoes. They're perfect for Gen Alpha. Perfect. They love the vibrant colors. I know baseball is one of those sports where you don't see that type of stuff though. But
I don't know.
It's their whole generation is like that.
The other thing for me is that like the colors don't go with any of these teams. Like for example, they just showed Canada. Canada has a red jersey. The kid is wearing a neon yellow arm sleeve. It looks ridiculous. It looks absolutely ridiculous. This catcher for Ohio is in all neon catcher gear. Why? It doesn't go. Like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this at all.
I do have a theory. I think this starts from the dopamine addicted world that we live in, especially the generation Alpha is the iPad generation. They are that, like, there's no denying it. I've got younger cousins and whatnot. They love the iPad. That's what it is. But my theory is this started when Adam Silver took over the NBA, and they got rid of players having to wear colors the same color as like their shoes or their team. Like they couldn't, like how the NFL, they still have that rule, that mandate that you have to wear cleats the same color. I think it started with the NBA and it started to spread to other sports.
I get it. It's a kid's game. Like, I understand that. Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have any like color or pop. Like, it's Little League baseball. Like, who really cares? But like, why is it that it's literally like the bat is 6 different colors and they're all neon? Like, we couldn't just go with like an orange and white scheme, like a little green maybe or something. Like the bats that I grew up with like weren't anything crazy, but like this is insane. I mean, it looks like a highlighter.
Every kid on the field has a different color shoe.
Yeah, that too. I mean, what are we doing? Like,
it's Adidas. I promise you, it's Adidas.
Go back to white cleats, bro. Like, nothing beats a white cleat, but yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. It looks clean, like a little white and blue, or like all black. Sometimes you can't go wrong with that either. But I don't know, James. You get into your not about of the week. Maybe it'll be a little more practical in some people's opinion.
Yeah. My not about it, and this is just something that has irritated me for years. I think maybe I'm getting too old, and I think I'm done going out.
Yeah. Okay.
But why is every single bar 97 degrees? You have 400 human beings packed into a room. Nobody can move. I mean, everyone's sweating. Somehow the establishment decided, hey, tonight, because you're here, let's make sure it's extra hot. Let's make sure it's hot and you can't breathe and you're sweating and you got every 2 seconds, it's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable. If I'm paying $19 for a drink, you'd think they turn the AC on, no? You would think. It's just like, it's unbelievable, some of these places nowadays. That maybe they're trying to be cheap. I don't know what it is, but you have all those bodies in one room, and it is just so hot for no reason whatsoever.
Guys, don't let James fool you. When we were out the other night, he was embracing the hot. He unbuttoned his shirt, like he was feeling himself.
Here we go with the fake news.
He was loving it.
As if I wasn't miserable.
He was getting up all into it. Once he embraced the hot and just the sweat, he was loving it.
Miserable.
No, it's tough. I think about New York, right? A lot of things are underground. He is kind of like it's just a hot place. The first bar we went to in Boston, that was the main part of it was underground. But they actually had better AC than the second one. Second one was upstairs, restaurant next door. The restaurant was fine, but then you go across the other place. As soon as you walk into it, you can just feel the wave of heat. And it wasn't even that packed yet when we first walked in. I don't know. Listen, I agree with you. I feel like that should be a priority in clubs, like, just AC out the ass. I don't know. But hey, listen, it could be also part of the model. You're hot. You want a cold drink. You want to keep that going for as long as you can.
That's not my solution to that. The solution is leave.
Because like casinos are notoriously cold because the cold air keeps you awake. Like when you're warm, you almost want to go to bed. But like when you're really like cold, like you stay awake. So you kind of sit at the table longer. You locked in.
Maybe. I don't know. That was miserable. I think it had us all like stuck for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, they say there was a good solid, 30 minutes, probably even closer to an hour. It was like a debate of like, should we go to another place? And then once you kind of just, once you accept the fact that everybody in there is sweating and you just kind of move past it, you can kind of rally around it. But I don't know. It was weird because it also just wasn't even hot out that day.
Exactly.
Like it was like a pretty cool day in Boston. So definitely not, great. Yeah, so that's not about it. Some random thoughts of the week. I'm going to kick this one right off. I find it hilarious how influencers come on social media and talk about like this narrative, oh, can't we just have fun and be positive? And, they get mad at people in their comments. And it's just like you have chosen to expose yourself to the world. Did you not think there would be any backlash, right? Look at us. We have a small podcast and there are people in our comments hating. It's like this is reality. Before influencers, and you look at the people that were in the public eye, actors, actresses, athletes, I don't know really what other kind of celebrities you want to put out there, but nonetheless, those were the people that were constantly in the public eye. They got criticized for every little thing they did. for whatever reason, people feel the need to criticize people. That's just how it is. It's how it's always been. I don't know why influencers think it would be any different. They are such an easy group to pick on. Like, it's not a knock at them. It's like because people are jealous of the life they live. Yeah. That there can be a 25-year-old girl who opens PR packages and goes on trips, records it, and makes money off of that. That's envy. Like, people envy that kind of life while they're sitting at a desk for a 9 to 5 and being miserable. But my thing is, how could you think you were not going to get backlash for it? I don't get it. It's like, oh, why can't we just be positive? Like, well, you're not like maybe wrong, but are you really surprised? Also, listen, some of them are doing stuff where it's like you actually expect people to be positive about the shit you're doing. Come on, we got to be better than this. I don't know.
I mean, I'll say this. Like, it's kind of the internet that you signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as soon as you enter that space, you know what you're putting yourself up for.
Oh, 1,000%.
So, I mean, in all sorts of content, whatever it is.
Yeah, literally. It doesn't matter. I mean,
like, you know you're going to get criticized. That's the whole point of media, though, right? It's like people are going to read your takes. They're going to see your take, whatever it is. It's like they're going to have an opinion, and that's just life. So don't try and hit us with the Uno reverse and like, wait, take some accountability here.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to have their opinions. Not everyone comes from the same walk of life. Not everyone had the same upbringing. So people have different opinions and point of views on certain standpoints. And it's like, not everybody's going to agree with you. And sometimes that's how you got to take it on the chin. It's that simple.
Especially when people act like, I'm not saying like all of them do. I mean, most of them don't. It's like, especially when people act like idiots in public. Like, I think that's what people really have a problem with, is when these influencers going in public, they're causing a scene. And I'm not even saying recording. Like, you want to record in public, like, do whatever you want. Like, I don't care. But I think, there's some instances where these influencers get a little out of hand and then they're posting it. And it's like, yeah, people are going to have backlash about that. Like, you're kind of taught from a young age, majority of the country and the world for that matter, you're kind of taught, like, when you go in public, you act right. Some people don't. And, they weren't, parented as well, but that's a different story. Let's move on before.
Yeah. Oh, I got one. I got a random thought for you. Hey, Netflix, you got another stinker on your website. This movie, I talked about another movie earlier this year on the pod. I think it was called Thrash. It was about the sharks. And just very unrealistic. This movie, The Last House, horrible, garbage, terrible, dumpster fire. I just feel like Netflix has made us way too comfortable watching mediocre movies, man. There's a difference between, oh yeah, that was a good movie, and it was fine for Netflix. Because what is going on? It was basically the same thing. I'm not going to sit here and spoil it, but it was so, obviously it's a little sci-fi, but like in a sense of like, if it's sci-fi, it still has to be realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, if it's not nonfiction, or if it's fiction, or if it's a story, like, yeah, it still has to be somewhat realistic. Sometimes you're just watching stuff and you're just like this movie, I just sat down and I could not believe it. I had to spoil it for myself because I got tired of waiting to see what was going on. But maybe there's a bigger story going on here at Netflix, and it's not just this one movie, because I know Outer Banks also just came out, and the reviews online are not great. First of all, this movie, The Last House, 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. Garbage. Garbage. If you want a good laugh, go watch it. I'm so serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want a good laugh, it's something that you just sit there and you're just like, there's a moment in this movie where this is the plot. They are locked in their house. They don't know why they're locked in their house. All right?
Lost me already.
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Go ahead. I'm not watching it.
It's mythical highly intelligent aliens, or krakens, like an octopus, but they're like aliens that for some reason have locked these people into their homes.
Sweet.
And they survived 5 years. 5 years living off of growing plants out of the floorboards from the grass, or the dirt under their floorboards, right? And they start, mind you, they can't get outside the house. You know what they did? They built some sort of contraption where they can chimney fish, is what they call it. So they put something up their chimney and they roll it outside their house, and then they'll grab any rodent or whatnot, and then they'll bring it in. And they were eating raccoons and foxes and bunnies for 5 years.
Sounds awful.
Horrible. Unrealistic as hell. And then the funniest part about it, I think this is not a spoiler, but in a sense of, they kind of leave you on a cliffhanger as if they're setting up for a second movie.
Oh,
like,
dear
what
God.
are we doing? what are we? And you look at the cast; it was a good cast. Like these are very respectable actors and actresses. Like these are people that have had some really good movies and shows under their belt. So I don't know, man. Like I said, maybe it's a bigger thing at Netflix.
I don't know what it is. I really don't. I don't know if it's that they're able to make these movies for cheap and just and because of that, they're able to pay the actors a lot, like in the sense of like the actual like directing of the movie and producing is pretty cheap, but like we'll spend more money towards the actors and actresses. So like that'll help boost the movie. But it feels like the writing's getting lazy for a lot of these Netflix films. It feels like they're all just complete slop. Don't worry though. Outer Banks prequel series Kildare is in development at Netflix. That's what I just read up because I'm not a fan of the new Outer Banks season one bit. I just feel like it's gotten way too unrealistic. A lot of like CGI and that is also looks terrible in my opinion.
So it'll be set in what, 2010?
So set 20 years before the events of the original series. Prequel will explore the origins of Kildare's island's deep social divide, tracing how fictional islands split. Whatever.
Hey, when Netflix, I saw someone post this.
How are they going to make a series out of this?
I don't understand.
Like just people hating each other? Like
I was about to say, when Netflix or when Outer Banks was Kooks versus Pogues and not just them unrealistically going across the country or the world. I agree. It was better.
Yeah, it was better, but like now we've moved past it. So how do you go back to it? Like
I think a lot of people, again, I think that's why we all liked season one. It's like the dynamic of what it was. It was the treasure was big, but it wasn't that big. Season one.
I get it, but now I just feel like now it's over. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of like
it's over because they dragged it out.
Like now no one's.
How many times can you get the treasure and then it gets stolen from you and then you got to chase somebody else?
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like you've moved so far past it. How do you expect to reel people back into just like?
I think the vibe of you're on the Outer Banks, out there in the Carolinas. That whole vibe of it's summer and I think that was the best part about the show.
I don't know. Yeah, but no. Netflix as a whole is just I don't know. These movies are just not. They're not good. They're just not good movies.
I haven't seen a good Netflix original in years.
Yeah, it feels that way. And I feel especially like, I mean, we talked about like the Odyssey, Spider-Man, like those movies like were blockbusters. And I feel like people are itching for more high quality movies. So we'll see what happens. Last thing I wanted to bring up, I saw this on Barstool. So shout out Barstool. Are you taking the original ice cream sandwich or the Chipwich?
I will say this. I grew up liking the ice cream sandwich more. I wasn't like a big chocolate chip cookie guy growing up, and I think once I got to like high school, I started eating chocolate chip more. But I used to be huge on just the simple ice cream sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the, I mean, the Chipwich, I think it's great. But like you come across some like good ice cream like chocolate chip cookie sandwiches. I think it blows it out the frame. But I give me I'm going with the ice cream sandwich for literally nostalgia purposes. I don't think the cookie's good enough on the Chipwich. That's what it is. Like the ice cream sandwich, you know what you're getting. I think that's
shocked.
what it is.
I'm taking the Chipwich. I grew up on the Chipwich. I did not grow up on the Chipwich, but like in the sense of like, although if you saw a picture of me when I was younger, you probably would think so. Nonetheless, don't nod your head, James. Like what the hell?
You gay, bro. You was
don't matter. It doesn't mean you have to nod. Like wow. All right, bro. Like god damn.
Nobody told you to say hey.
All right, but I mean, I'm just saying it. Provide a little. I mean, you're the one that nodded. Okay, Mister, you flailed your wrist. Now I can't wait to get the clip of that. Nonetheless, but
oh my goodness,
no, like when ice cream truck would roll around, like I was getting the Chipwich. Like that's just I don't know.
That was like your number one thing.
Always was a favorite of mine. I don't know. I just love like having the chocolate chips on the outside. Like yeah, the cookie wasn't like out of this world, but like I don't know. I liked it. I also liked how like it had a little more substance to it.
I will say that. Yes,
that ice cream sandwich, man. You don't
eat
eat that
within
bites. That and just also if you don't eat it, quick. That thing gets sloppy. The chocolate like wafer, whatever it is all over your hand, becomes a mess. I don't know. It just doesn't have enough flavor for me, in my opinion. So give me the Chipwich. But I don't know. I saw it and I figured I'd ask because I feel like it's a pretty split decision.
No, I will say no. The Chipwich does taste a little better, but I think I was an ice cream sandwich like kid. But no, you go into the city in New York and you go get some of these ice cream like chocolate chip
They
sandwiches.
took it too far though.
Some of these are really good though.
Yeah.
See now, I see you got the Klondike.
I just put up the Klondike bar because that's another iconic
I take that
one.
over both. That was my thing.
That's fair enough.
I think it was because it was my dad's thing growing up, and he just passed it down to me. I love the Klondike bar growing up.
I still love the Chipwich, man. I really do. You know what I liked too growing up?
Oh, I got one for you. The Haagen-Dazs, the bars.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The Haagen, yeah.
And they made them, now they're like this small. Growing up, they were huge. Now they're literally like that.
You ever have like the Dove mini chocolate bars? Like
they're in the freezer right now.
Yeah.
They're in the freezer right now.
Yo, those were so good.
They're great. They're great. They're great.
Yeah.
See, you used to have ice cream or something every single day, every other day. You can't do it anymore. You can't do it. It's sad.
Again, he throws another shot. Oh my god.
I'm not. That was about me.
Wow.
I used to do it all the time. You can't do it anymore.
All right, bro. Okay.
Okay, get all soft over here.
Here we go. Cheap shots. Unbelievable.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're getting old, folks. We are getting old. But that'll wrap it up for us this week on the Hillside Club.
Yep.
Another solid episode. We are inching closer and closer and closer to football season.
Yeah.
Week 0 is this weekend, so we will have way more football content for you guys.
Week 0, college football, NFL's getting closer, US Open tennis coming up.
FedEx Cup
final.
Yeah, man.
Little League World Series final will be,
It's a great part of the year. It's a great time. Like this stretch till like October, NBA season comes back. Amazing.
Only bad thing is it starts to get dark out earlier now.
That's why I stopped at October, because that November, I have mixed feelings about November, especially when I was at college. That used to piss me off. Getting dark at 4:30. Terrible.
Yeah, it's brutal.
But I'll take it. I'm okay with it because I love the sun going down at 9:30 summer. I'm okay with it.
All right.
But that'll do it. I'm James Martin III.
I'm Rob Cardini.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tune in next week for another banger of an episode. Peace.